My father was a food wholesaler. When I was a boy, I used to tell him, I'll never carry on in your footsteps. I want to be an entrepreneur with a factory, a reception, gardens, a gatehouse, and a team to lead. Well, I was just an accountant then, but I had a clear focus on creating my own company. I wasn't interested in technology. I felt I could organize a group of people to reach a common goal. In 1960, I started with Corvatubi BLM in Cantu. I was 26. There were 10 of us, all busy making simple, fully manual machines. It was a tough start, as it was for all three main companies, full of concerns. I still remember when in the early 60s, disheartened, I went to my father and told him that I couldn't handle it financially. It was only thanks to his encouragement that I didn't give up and decided to carry on. "You've made it this far, you must go on," he said. And so I did, with determination. At the start, Areje was a particularly conflicting experience that eventually helped me to grow both professionally and culturally, and to face problems in a balanced way and find solutions. Also, in Areje Sys, the financial issues of the first years caused anxiety and disappointment. But today, I can say with great satisfaction that BLM Group is a world leader in laser cutting, tube bending, and cutting machines. I'm not familiar with the art of selling. I don't understand the secrets of technology. My company manufactures machine tools to process tubes, but it could be a trout breeding farm, and to me, it would not make any difference. Still, as an entrepreneur, I don't suffer from an inferiority complex when comparing myself to my peers, whether they are relentless business owners or bright inventors. Actually, I'm proud of being considered somewhat unorthodox. I am sure I've achieved my dream, to lead a group of people towards a common goal. I lead the company like a community. I like to remember that the best results are obtained only if the goals are shared by everyone. I've discovered that the most precious assets of an enterprise are the people who are part of it. The human resource is now considered part of the sacred text of management. The fact is, I reached this conclusion first and transformed it almost into a religion. My factories are not worth much unless they are managed by someone working with intelligence and imagination. In a world made of technologies evolving with giant strides, the real revolution is precisely this: rediscovering people and their incredible potential. At the start of the century, artisans, gifted artists who could make a cold piece of iron more functional, were the creators of the economy. 100 years later, once again, people have the leading role. I am not the only one who realizes this. A growing number of entrepreneurs are now convinced that the strength of a company lies in the skill of its employees. The future belongs to them, because only those who can surround themselves with great people and not just robots will win the competitive challenge. Let's be clear about a point. When you speak about a company, you think first of production, followed by design and marketing. Well, for many years now, I have believed that training, culture, and education come before these three concepts. These are the three fundamentals. Everything else comes later. It has been said that I manage my company based on this utopian view, but as time goes by, I am more and more convinced that this is the recipe for success. When I say that, for 30 years, I've been meeting with my division managers at least 3 times a year, and for several days at a time. Many of my colleagues remark, "This man doesn't know the value of machines and tools." Perhaps they do not take into consideration A well-trained employee is worth much more than any investment. The culture of we. I explained this last concept to 300 students of business administration at a university in 1993. I told these future business leaders, verbatim, young men and women, the time of the me culture is over. The we culture must now dominate. And it is not anarchy, but co-responsibility. The culture of we has always permeated the BLM environment. It is a corporate and social philosophy that involves the idea of work based on passion and enthusiasm, positively focused on making suggestions, seeking feedback, and driven by the desire to better oneself, thereby bringing the entire organization to a higher level and making each participant responsible for the affairs of the company. I see BLM Group currently dominating economically and having the ambition to continue growing, to leave a mark on the world. What I would like is for anyone who needs to carry out machining operations on a tube to immediately think of the BLM Group. There is no single factor which is more important than others to stand out. Every single element, every single function, every single person is essential. Because only widespread excellence will lead to brand excellence acknowledged by others. BLM Group has gradually achieved and deserved what it is today. A respected and appreciated industrial reality in Europe and all over the world. But today, to survive, and above all to continue to grow, we must do more. We must keep evolving. We must go further. Everyone provides their own contribution. There is no guarantee of success. The only certainty is that if we do our best and we all do it together, then we will have the best chance for success. Those of you who are part of this team, go take the field and do your best to win. It is completely up to us. Let's make it possible.